Hi everyone, my name is Diamond. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a pick a crystal on what have people been realizing about you. And I kind of already started this, so I've already kind of got a sneak peek about group 1 and the energy a little bit. So something derailed me, and the fact of like a lot of self-doubt or second guessing. People could have doubted you or not truly see the value that is you. And I feel like that's gonna be touched more upon today, of like people have received some new information about you, or basically the way that you've moved about life has said a lot by itself. So yeah, I have 2 piles to pick from. Pile number 1 is going to be this blue crystal. Pile number 2 is going to be this green crystal. Now, if you need more time to pick a crystal, you can pause here. I'm going to start with pile number 1. Now, pile 1, those who picked this blue crystal, I'm gonna start with the cards that I had laid out for you. I feel like with the blue crystal, your words hold a lot of impact on people, whether it's after the fact that they like stew on your words. Now that all is said and done, they have some time to think about it, or it's the things that you continue to say and the ways you live out that helps inspire people and give them a lot of faith with this card coming out. This is my star card and one of my playing card decks. You have a lot of spunk to you. You could, I don't know, something about you being in the limelight or being a star or being recognized for your beauty, your talents, your looks, or just overall the light that you bring to other people's life. They recognize you as being someone who people get their sources of inspiration from, or you help people see hope in situations where all they can see is things not going well. Like when all people see is their trials and tribulations and the obstacles in front of them that's limiting them. You shift people's perspectives, and you are that healing presence for people. Like, you help people realize that there's healing work that needs to be done within them, and that they're able to live the life that they want to lead through, you know, healing, believing in them being capable to go after their dreams and their wishes. It could be something that you just express to people that helps them believe that these things can come true. And again, with my throat chakra blockage, so people could be realizing these things and holding it back from you, but wanting to express the fire, the spark that you ignite in people to be unconventionally true to themselves and who they are, going after what they want unabashedly. I feel like you inspire others to be themselves, or to overcome times of grieving or loss. You help people not stay stuck in despair, and people realize that you keep a faith to you. Like, you keep a lot of faith for you. Like, you could act out in ways that are very principled, or just in ways of you just being happy with your choices, because they never really steer you wrong, because you're grounding yourself in who you are and remaining in integrity. With Liberator coming out, light attribute, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. Shadow attribute, imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. So I feel like you can recognize your limits, the obstacles ahead of you, and like strategically tackle those head on with strategy and seeing the truth of everything, releasing what is necessary, the spirit, knowing what guides you so you can be that guidance for others. I'm getting that with the Star card and Liberator. So you free others from limiting beliefs, from limiting thoughts. So with Judge coming out too, balancing justice and compassion, managing fair distribution of power. You don't like power dynamics or abuse of your generosity. So whatever you give out unto others, your light, your healing abilities, your influence on others, your calming, healing influence that helps people realize that there are possibilities. There are many possibilities to be had. And if I just put the right effort forward and take inspired action, I'll just end up being happy with my choices coming from the right place with integrity. Offering only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal, or criminal authority. So you offer only constructive criticism, or you say what needs to be said so that there's no miscommunication, so that you don't resent what you overgiven, or so they don't resent what they overgiven to you. You come and say the terms clearly, like factually, because judgment card, judgment. So people could realize that you place judgment on them by the actions that you uphold, because you do act in a way that's like, you know, you try to see the principle of the matter. You try to act within like your moral standards, your ethic codes, and all that. Like, because like spirit wouldn't have given you this power for you to just not take it seriously, because you're holding a lot of weight on people's fate. Like, your decisions hold a lot of weight on people's future, on their fate, if they get sentenced or not, like wrongly accused or harshly judged, like from what they've done. So I feel like you've shown a lot of compassion and grace for others. You've been a very helpful guiding light for people. People recognize you as giving them a lot of mercy in situations where you could have like misused your power, but you didn't. You could have acted in ways that was beneath you, but how you handle situations with a level head, with wisdom, a sense of tact, like being thoughtful about what you say and how you come across. People realize that you meant every word that you said, even if they can walk away from a situation with you thinking like, okay, everything was all muddled. I didn't get what I wanted out of the situation, or whatever situation it could be. People realize about you that nothing really holds you back, and that you're just someone that people will want to have on their side because you help get people out of ruts, and you don't stay in ruts yourself. Like, you don't stay in sticky situations. You don't stay stuck. You don't remain in bad situations just for what it would give to you. You give a lot onto yourself and others. And I feel like you break people from limiting thought patterns. Like, when it comes to them going after what they truly want, people realize that you always push them towards what serves a sense of pleasure, or what we want, like for us, what was good for us. You were someone who, they realized you were someone who was selfless and like motivating. Oops. Edith Piaf came out, her attitude, ni regret rien. I don't do French clearly, but I feel like that said something about like having no regrets. So your attitude is, I said what I said, I did what I did. Will live with every fiber of your being. Your lifestyle is, yeah, I'm just gonna make the most out of this life I have and not let any of the hardships, any times of oppression, or, you know, times where I felt like I've been constrained, I'm not gonna let that hold me back, because that's really just all in your head of, okay, the things that I see, that's all there is to it. But there's things beyond what you see. Like, it's really what you make it. And I feel like with the energy that you put in by moving forward, not staying stuck, you grow and expand within yourself. And that helps people realize, like, okay, snap, me too. I need to evolve. I need to grow and expand. I need to get out of this funk of not seeing things clearly, not getting a broader scope of the situation, of being all level-headed and wise, of being, you know, fair, just, compassionate. You help get people out of their mind about like the struggles that they have to come up through. Weaponize your flaws. You're a source of inspiration because you realize the things about you that aren't so great, but you just know that you're forever going to be in progress of accepting that about yourself and integrating that into new ways of it being in a positive light, in a positive attribute. Going through a lot of heartache and sorrows and not a super great upbringing, she made the most out of her life by just overall her expression and not thinking her voice was so meek. Being grounded in who you are and realizing the worth of what you have to do and say. Like, there's still work that needs to be done, and I can make do with this grief and sorrow. Like, I can make something out of this. I may look frail and weak and sad, but there's a lot of wisdom to those experiences that I can bring with me that makes me who I am. And people realize that they can learn and grow through disappointments, and that doesn't have to be all it. Like, there's romance to be had, there's pleasures to be sought after, there's like you know how to get down to business. You realize, people realize that I need to do something and be considerate towards others, and how my interaction with people are distributed, so like I'm not feeling completely drained by this situation or this person, but there is a cohesiveness with you where it seems like people realize you can do it all. There's nothing that you can't do. There's a sense of, yeah, like inspiration, believing that you can get your hopes your desires so you can feel fulfilled and not stuck in anxiety and agony and depression. You get people inspired to not be hopeless anymore, of feeling capable to overcome hard times. With Kendrick Lamar coming out too, be the cure, not the symptom. Become the cure, not the symptom. So you're not gonna use your power to make matters worse. Oh my gosh, my voice. Something about like your sacral root and solar plexus too. Being grounded in who you are and your creations. People realize that you're confident in what you create for yourself, like the life that you created, and you don't have to prove anything to others. Also, yeah, your healing ability, like you being a guiding light to others, literally, is what people realize, that you liberate them from being bogged down in their mind about their abilities to feel capable to do something to make matters better. Don't demand respect, command it. When people feel like they're not being taken seriously in life, your lifestyle is basically to just stay in your lane and go about living proof of what you can do, instead of trying to prove someone to treat you as some, and not trying to provoke someone to treat you a certain kind of way, but like not really caring if they respect you or not, because I feel like you have gone through times where people haven't truly valued you or seen your worth until after the fact of you doing said work, energy to free yourself from your own negative thought patterns. You have to seek that out yourself beyond any imposing like dictatorial's force that was trying to oppress you, that tried to give you some kind of good word to try to liberate you. People realize that with you, like, there's a sense of freedom, and beyond the complexities of whatever situation you have with said people, you know how to go about things in a fair way, even when unfairness is brought on to you, when you have to overcome times of just challenges in life, especially for just being who you are. Like the color of your skin, or your background, or just overall all the drama and the hard times that you have gone through. Being strong and feeling like you can see the potential for the beauty in the tough situations and how you come out of that. Because looking back on that gives you the ability to have it gives you the ability to have the belief that all things are possible. And by you believing that all things are possible, nurturing your inner child, that reignites people's faith. You help people realize that there's still stuff to have faith about, that they need to trust themselves and speak their truth. You can be broke without being broken. So you inspire people. Basically, yeah, like not all is lost. I may look down and out, but I'm gonna come back up again, because this happens time and time again. Even when things look not great and you don't really see the other side of the mountain beyond this obstacle that's right in front of you, and it's a legit obstacle. You just help people see, like, okay, this is the top of the obstacle. You can be up there, like, showing this trial, like, who's boss. And you can overcome that with the right, just a small bit of faith and just remaining in integrity. And then the last one is Kate Bush. Never let go of mystery, cultivate nostalgia for what never was. So your attitude is to just stay in your lane, stay ambiguous, stay an anomaly. Like, don't put all your don't play all your cards on the table. Stay stoic. Because, like, none of these people are smiling. Everyone is focused. So there's a sense of, like, gotta stay focused and stay in my own lane and stay a mystery to these people. People realize that you're just never gonna let go of the mystery. The mystery is never gonna die with you. There's always gonna be more that needs to be said, more that needs to be found out. And you're not down for the count. There's still, like, more things for you to do on this earth. And I feel like there's a lot of potential in that because you can see the possibilities in many things. There's a sense of, like, renewal to this, or like trusting you. You could be someone that people put on a pedestal. Like, maybe people didn't truly see your value, your worth, and now that you shed this light for others that help them see things differently, now there's a sense of, like, through that inspiration, you help them feel like they can become great within their creations or just overall in their future. Cultivate nostalgia from what never was. You can make peace with leaving things in the past and not bring that with you, releasing that as well. Knowing what burdens to release, knowing what to accept from the past, and just looking back on that with acceptance so you can be able to move forward with a brighter future in mind, instead of constantly looking back on what could have been, not being happy in your present circumstance and wishing for something better. But instead, like, you choose happiness. You're happy with your choices, and people realize that your plans do go over smoothly because you remain a mystery, but then still lead by example by being some kind of positive guiding light that helps inspire others. The arrows of desire are sometimes dipped in poison. So, you know, sometimes what you wanted from the past, that wasn't good from you. What you wanted in the past wasn't good for you. Like, you know, you can be honest with yourself and recognize the truth of the situations, that sometimes your aim, even though you had a sense of, like, okay, that's my goal, that's my aim, that's my desire, that it was something that was probably causing a symptom of you just forever keeping things a dream and not putting necessary action forward. But I feel as though beyond the tribulations and the trials that you have gone through, you remain compassionate towards yourself and equally distributed your energy towards moving forward beyond whatever. Because, like, something from the past could have been something that wasn't good for you, and it didn't respect you, or they didn't respect you, and it left you feeling torn, broken, tired, not feeling fulfilled, possibly hopeless in that situation. But I feel like you turn that on its head and people realized how you got out of it. You freed yourself from the situation, and the other person, other people in those situations, you freed them by remaining in integrity and not really making much fuss, like not much drama out of a time that was possibly hurtful. You just had to stay in your own lane and focus on your own ambitions. Because of the times of oppression or times of like having to come up, like people realizing that you are going after your dreams, people realizing that your dreams can come true and that you're going far, like not all is lost. Whatever they think they did that was so bad to you, that left you with some kind of symptoms of grief or sorrow or overall trying to put you down, I feel like you just walked away with your dignity intact. People realize that you're moving towards your future, you're moving on, you're facing your truth and taking necessary chances. Basically, like thinking you have nowhere else to go because going back is not an option. That's why you have this belief that everything is possible, because going back is just not an option. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. Because like this is proof of you having this source of, I'm just gonna leave it at that, source, like you're heavily divinely guided. Yeah. Because I feel like spirit doesn't want you to stay stuck in like depression, being stuck in despair, hopeless, pessimistic, disbelief in miracles type shit. Like, no, you're supposed to believe in the miracles. Like, and I was thinking to say many miracles, even if they're small ones. Taking everything by stride, that's kind of your way to go, because overcoming obstacles and like constraints like that can feel overwhelming, overbearing, like it's never gonna come to be. But I feel though you put the energy and the action required for your growth, and you share that information with others so they can be more aware, so you can be that empathetic person that people can go to for information that help them gain a sense of growth within themselves, like growth within their own personal development, gain some prosperity, or just instead of spreading fear and anxiety or any kind of wishful thinking, you're spreading useful, constructive information that will help people also see the possibilities within their tough situation of them having to make a tough decision and them going beyond their limiting thought patterns or outmoded beliefs to be able to be happy with their choices in life. I'm gonna pull some tarot to clarify, but that was basically the general aspect of like what have they been realizing about you. I feel like they realize your attitude of confidence, believing that you are like top shit is valid, with Elvis Presley being bottom of the deck of the music deck that I have, the musical oracle. Never let reality stand in your way. So like believing that there's just more beyond the five senses, that there's more beyond what we can see and perceive, and that says a lot about the potential we all have within ourselves and in all aspects of life. Always keep heaven on speed dial. With that, people are inspired because it seems as though you're going places, like you're just going up and up, and you have a close relationship with spirit, with the divine, that helps you get your goals, your dreams, your desires, your ambitions. You go after your ambitions with the fact of knowing that you're heavily guided. So like, there's no such thing as like a wrong decision. Like, plans go smoothly with you because there's a sense of trust. And you're gonna leave like a heavy impact, like a big legacy. And I just burped, so that's confirmation. People view you as going places big in life. Like coming out the mud. And that's gonna be also what people realize about you. Life was never easy for you. Like, you didn't have things handed to you. You had to build that skill up for your life. Like, to act out in a way of staying true to your character, of remaining in integrity. Now, I'm gonna pull some clarifiers. Tower card. So we're already starting out with major arcana, so you're a major deal. People realize that knowing you brings a big shakeup to people because they get to see things in different light, different perspective. Death card. You force people to go through their own interchange, to go through humbling experiences within themselves. To release things that aren't serving them any longer, especially within a group social sphere, where they could be getting admired for their abilities, their looks, their skills, their talents, whatever they bring to the social situation. I feel like that's also you. People realize that you go through your own shakeups. You know how to embrace unexpected opportunities, unexpected changes. You know how to go with the flow about those things and go through your own inner change as well, to evolve and expand through that and grow from the harsh endings to make something more on a solid base, like a stronger foundation. And nothing really holds you back from leaving people out in the dust. Yeah, like leaving them, putting things to end. People realize that you had a major impact in their life. People realize that the ending of you walking away from this social situation, it could be you walking away from a work situation. The ending of that situation, people realize that it was just a bad situation that only served to hinder their like thought patterns. People realize that it could have been closed-minded and fearing change within a situation. People realize, I want to clarify this because two change cards came up. So people are realizing like what needs to be changed, what needs to be said, what actions need to be put in place. What about them? Like freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns, imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. So It seems as though you wake people up to the fact of situations that they no longer want to be in, or ways of thinking that they need to check. So they need to be more compassionate with themselves and others in the situation. Or people realize that they haven't treated you with respect in this environment I'm getting, and a change need to happen within that. Yeah, someone clarify the Tower, Death card, and the Three of Coins. The Hierophant is at the bottom of the deck, so that's definitely a social situation where people go to not feel alone anymore, to gain some guidance or processing lessons, to see things from a higher view, to elevate themselves. So this is definitely a social situation. People realize that you're attractive. People realize that, one, you're vivacious and courageous, confident. With the Queen of Wands, people could have been gossiping about you in a situation. They realized that that was rude and insulting and cynical. Something about arguments and conflict within this social situation that puts you through, or this person or these people, through unnecessary stress and conflict. By you cutting your losses and staying in your own lane, going after your own ambitions, your goals, your desires in life, you leaving people in the dust, leaving people stressed out, it's causing a lot of havoc to people, a lot of stir up. Like, it's causing them to see things. It's causing them to see things in a different light, and through what they have not said to you. I feel like mum's the word with you, and people have to come to their own conclusions. You're not going to spell things out for them unless they voluntarily seek that guidance themselves, with the Hierophant beneath that. Yeah, Three of Cups, Queen of Coins. They truly recognize now, they realize the value that you hold, when in the past they could have let like other responsibilities, other priorities, other options, other distractions get in their head and cause some kind of confusion or disarray within the situation that caused some kind of conflict. So while you cut your losses, someone is still wanting to be right and take advantage of someone else. Someone is still wanting to be rude and bully, talk shit. Or that could have happened in the past and people are realizing, okay, that was wrong. That was not built on something solid. That was a weak base to go off of. Maybe people just saw the surface of you. They didn't try to go deeper into things to truly see the mystery of you. But the more they try to figure that out, something with the Death card being the Scorpio energy, that's hidden things, taboo things, transformation. So people are going through their own transformation within themselves because of you cutting your losses with them. They could be trying to people are realizing like the passion that they have about you, like the spark that you ignite in them, like the drive. You being a source of inspiration because you stay true to who you are. Like people see the value of you because you see the value of you. And you help people get out of their head because it brings them out of their insecurities. Yeah, it brings them out of their insecurities, seeing how great and attractive you are, how you always seem to be overcoming things like hard times. What? Yeah, people are realizing, like, through some kind of defensive attitude, that is you cutting your loss of the situation. People are going to be seeking your forgiveness, your help. People view you as a guiding light. Look what comes out. People are realizing the more that they stay stuck in bad situations that's not built on something true and substantial that's going to last a long run, that is just eventually going to fade out. No matter if you still feel a tie to whatever is going to be left behind, there still is a sense of like cutting your losses. So the feelings could still like it comes to a shock for people that you still have this effect. Like, people realize that because you know how to go through unexpected endings, you reap rewards for that. Because you're happy with your decisions, you look happy now. You're not stuck in anxiety, emotional overwhelm like them, trying to get your attention by, you know, being insulting. Interesting. So Star card coming out twice. You're definitely someone who sparks a lot of healing within people. A lot of endings and beginnings, but mostly endings and conflict and change. So by you embracing change, people realize that that was all intentional for you to be someone remaining in integrity. So you're not being the one bullying and being ruled like a tyrannical force, basically. You plan ahead. People are realizing that you're being strategic. Like, you're not really stuck or being trapped in your head. You're feeling empowered and you're facing your fears, and that inspires others, because if she can do it, or if they can do it, he can do it, I can too. So it inspires others to feel more liberated, to feel free, to release themselves from what has been trying to bog them down in their mind, to stay stuck in a victim mentality, dramatics of staying helpless. People go through dark night of the soul when they go through times of anxiety or emotional overwhelm. They withdraw because of you and your influence. They follow your lead because they view you as like having a bright future ahead of you. You're looking busy, like you don't have time for people. You're looking like you're being out and about and social, having people to see, places to go. You're looking attractive and optimistic. You're determined to go after your ambitions and goals, and that inspires other people to like feel capable to do the same. To want to be courageous, to put necessary things to an end, whether it comes to like ways of being within themselves, of always wanting to be right, of not being compassionate, thoughtful, caring with others, of taking advantage of people, bullying others. Like, people understand that's not living with integrity, of causing drama and conflict and stress for people. Like you're willing to put them by the wayside. Even if we've known each other for a long time, I don't care if you knew me since I was learning to walk. But yeah, like I don't care if we've been together, what, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You help people realize that if things need to be put to an end, whether it's thought patterns, outmoded beliefs, relationships, situations, job situations, home, living situations, whatever, for a brighter, better future that is going to lead you to be more fulfilled, reaching your hopes and dreams, desires, all that shit. You're going to get that by you just remaining in your power, being empowered, taking inspired action, seeing those opportunities when they're right in front of you and taking those chances, writing down those ideas, those epiphany moments. That's you actually manifesting it and like accepting those downloads from spirit. Okay, I heard it. I'm following my intuition. I'm gonna trust it. I'm gonna take inspired action based off that download, instead of feeling bogged down in my mind about, can I really do it? Is there anything that could be done to salvage this bad situation that I'm in? Yeah. Okay. I hope that resonated with you. Let me know by liking, sharing, or subscribing so it can help me grow in this overall platform. I would appreciate it. And hit the bell to know when I'll post again. I just bit my lip. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day wherever you are. And I'm going to cleanse this energy to go on to pile number 2. If you're still here from pile number 1, look what just came out. Child, Eternal, and Hero, Heroine. Child, Eternal says determination to remain young in body and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. Hero, Heroine says passion for a journey and personal empowerment. So that literally the obstacle is the mountain and they're climbing above it. Seeing things optimistically, sunflowers, transformation, butterfly, literally everything from pile number 1. So like you're clearly independent within yourself, staying in your own lane, based on your own physical security, you just surviving within your own world. Like that's your major focus. I love that observation and intuition at the bottom of that. Okay, I'm cleansing the energy, but okay, go hard. Go ham. Okay, stop there. Shh. I'm sorry, all is loud. I know this card deck is loud when it hits the table. Okay. Energy's cleansed. Those who pick this crystal, I'm just gonna pull some cards like how I did for pile number 1 and then see what I get from there. What have they realized about pile number 2? What have people realized about pile number 2? I'm gonna take it because I just saw that. That's if you want to fast forward, clearly I'll put it in a timestamps, but okay. And then one more clarifier. I said 1, but okay. Should I not pull from this? Okay, pile number 2. So what have people recognized about you? I feel like my shoulders are tense. Like, where should I start first? Hildegard von Bingen. So, become like a feather on the breath of God is your attitude. So, you're clearly like, your attitude is, I'm out of this world. Like, you have a close relationship with spirit, close relationship with spirit. And also, there's a sense of, like, we're all in this together, or people realize that we are all one with you. Like, you are truly compassionate, intuitive, loving, caring. Your attitude is, you accept things as they are. There's a sense of wisdom to you because I'm thinking like light. So light is a feather. Not people are realizing that you take the situation lightly. Maybe there's a sense that you are seeming unfazed. Like there's more to you that you know, which is what makes you unfazed, because on the breath of God, so still, there's a sense of stillness to you. Like you're willing to wait things out. People realize that you're just really observational, but people wanting to see you too. Like they want to see you. You could be like a mystery to people. Like they don't get to see you. People realizing that your attitude is lighthearted, airy. So you just go with the flow of things. Even like when you go through hard times where you have to be honest with yourself about the things that you have to go through and tackle. Attic is at the bottom of the deck. bottom of the deck is beneath Hildegard, helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Your lifestyle is gain wisdom through the study of the unknown. So people realize that you are into things that are beyond the five senses, just beyond our perception. And that you're serious about walking out in life that is within integrity, that has standards for yourself that you're gonna uphold by. You give yourself these rules that I'm not gonna put up with that, I'm not gonna do that, I'm not that type of person. I wanna remain close to God or spirit or wherever you seek your guidance and wisdom from source. I feel as though your lifestyle is you live and you learn, or people recognize, they go through a lot of relating to you through simply you living by example. Because you are into the occult, people recognize that there's a lot of things to you that you could know, but they don't know that you know. Does that make sense? The soul is not in the body is in the soul. So you're realizing, or people are realizing, that you are coming to terms with the fact that there's more to life than just the materialistic aspect of things, of seeking your own, being self-absorbed, basically, seeking your own pleasures. I'm just thinking like everything that the rappers talk about, fucking hoes, getting bitches, wearing designer, being rich, traveling, going here and there, having some kind of big lavish living situation where you came up by your lonely, and yeah, there's a sense of like there's some substance to you, especially with Shakira coming out. So with Shakira coming out, I know she's definitely like dabbles in philanthropy. She gives to like bigger causes. So there is a grand sense of selflessness to you, where people on the face of you could just see you as being someone who's attractive and beautiful, but then no substance to that. People realize there's depth to you, more than what meets the eye, and their first impression of you most likely was the wrong impression, because something about your body and your soul, you're a spiritual being living a human experience type shit. So basically you are more than your body, more than your looks, more than the superficial frivolousness of this world. Though clearly you are sexy here with Shakira. Don't dream about the sunset at midday. Your attitude is live in the moment, be present. Baby steps. People realize that you hold more precedence, more weight, and like face-to-face moments, like being in the moment, being in direct contact with people. There's a sense of like you have a strong inner world to you, especially when it comes to like in your material world. Like your inner circle is very secluded as well. Like, not only do you place your relationship with spirit so heavily, like there's a lot of focus of you spending time with spirit to meditate and to hone your intuition and trust yourself, trusting spirit, trusting God. Your lifestyles know your rights, so you know what you want to put up with, you know what you're truly worth. And it just seems as though you know that you have an advantage with spirit being on your side. You can be able to overcome things that seem insurmountable, but you can surmount these obstacles. Very caring, very nurturing presence for others, because you help people realize what they don't want to put up with when it comes to like them and ways of being. I don't want to do that anymore. Or when it comes of them and their connection to other beings, like I don't want to put up with that. I want to feel only this way. I want to feel fulfilled. I want to feel in harmony. I want to feel capable type stuff. By knowing your rights, you know, like the promises made for you, that you're put here to have life and have it more abundantly, and there's a lot for that to go around for everyone. And you weren't put here to go through just only trials and tribulations of things being not good majority of time. Like, you can have good times too. Travel is the most effective antidote to indifference. So you cutting your losses and moving away from certain situations, you help people realize that feeling free, having some kind of nothing holding you back. Yeah, nothing holding you back. You just pushing forward by yourself, being your own lane. You remaining indifferent. People view that as effective for you, just like how you handle things. Leaving things that no longer serve you anymore. Because most people just feign indifference, trying to get a rise out of people while saying, okay, do they care now? I'm gonna fake like I don't care, but I wanna care about if they care that I'm not caring. Does that make sense? You clearly one should just be above it all, I feel, because you're trying to act out in ways that shows integrity, compassion, grace, love, care. I'm hearing it's all love. All Love by Lil Durk. Could be a lyric or two in there. Now I'm hearing Toxic by Britney Spears. I don't know, maybe it's a lyric in there. Though, okay, there is a sense of like, yeah, you're sexy. I was channeling that song for a reason. Grace Jones came out, the last one of the Musical Oracle deck. Learn to be your own sugar daddy. So like, your attitude is that I don't need you or whatever you think you can give to me, because I love myself and I can give it to myself. Harness the power of an exploded bomb, always waiting, always ticking. So people don't know what you're gonna do next. Like, your next move is always unexpected, or you come as a shock for people. People wait for your next move and the anticipation is everything. Now I'm imagining Michael Jackson, R.I.P. Now I'm imagining Michael Jackson when he would soak up the anticipation before he like stated his cue with the gloved hand. He would let the anticipation build instead of just like, okay, I'm just gonna start performing. I know I'm wrong, I'm just gonna go about it. But same thing with like Prince, like the build up, like just letting things build. And that's how you let the beat build, bitch. And that's how you, okay, if you know, you know. I did not just say that for no reason. It's a song. Lil Wayne. What song is that? Beat build? Clearly, it's in the lyrics. So it could be something in that too. Okay, so y'all could be someone who's very inspirational to people. Like, people come to a lot of realizations about you, where like a lot of things start clicking, even though you don't tell the whole full story. Like, people, now I'm hearing DNA by Kendrick Lamar. But Kendrick Lamar was in the last pile. Okay, you might have felt called to that, but anywho, focus. Okay, you get people excited because like, I was here, then I'm there, then I'm there. Okay. To ensure survival, prey must become hunter. So yeah, it's either kill or be killed, eat or be eaten. And then I'm getting like a sense of like your selflessness. Like, you say, oh, there's enough to go around for all of us, but then it's survival of the fittest though. So are we really all in this together though? Are you gonna, I'm hearing like do what I do? Because it started out with this, like you being very connected to the divine at this time. People realize that you're not playing about your spirituality. You could wear it on you, and actually like it's not just decoration for like you to look fly and look good. Like, you actually live that out. Even though you look sexy, you look nice, you're also a good person too with brains. People realize that they could have not saw your glow, your light, your potential. Make sure they never see the last of you. If it's a job worth doing, it's worth doing looking good in a ball gown. And you can be better you. You can be a better you than anyone else. So yeah, stay in your own lane. And focus on a task at hand. Burp. Confirmation. A clarifier was the King of Wands. So you definitely could be on your top game. Like, a lot of people could be relying on you for you to carry out your vision for many to see. You could be making a lot of daring decisions when it comes to matters of like your career, overall just how you live out your life. You could be someone who is an effective leader. Like, you know how to take consideration how you dole out your leadership onto others who are supposedly lower than you. You don't make it feel that way because of this whole sense of unity, of we being in this together. You're bold, you're sexy. Yeah, the King of Wands confirms like the sexiness of Shakira and Grace Jones on all that sass and pizzazz and shit. But like, there's still integrity there. There's still like more than meets the eye. Okay, integrity is my new favorite word. Okay. Yeah, like you inspire people to take action. Like now, not tomorrow. And living the life where like things are rest assured, like nothing to worry about. Know your rights. So like, I'm all good. I know the gist of what I need to know that would steer me in a way of like knowing what I can and won't put up with, and just the rules of life of like, it is what it is. When one thing comes up, another thing comes down. And yeah, I'm just sensing like there's an effortlessness to you of you going after taking actions towards your desires, your goals, your ambitions, and you pay close attention to detail. Or people are realizing that they need to pay a closer attention to you because there's more than meets the eye. Like all these details. There's a lot of things about you, like people could have underestimated you, thinking that you were the prey, that you needed some kind of what? Oh, I feel sorry for them. Or what? But it seems like you're the one observing, you're the one hunting. You're the one seeking some kind of truth here. And then as I say that, seeker, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are, shadow attribute, inability to commit to a path once found. So people realize that you're just on go, like nothing is holding you back. You're taking what's needed, and beyond what you can't see on the other side, like beyond what you can't see on the other side, you're still going forward on your path, trying to find out the truth of matters, your truth, and gain more wisdom. People realize that you are wise. People realize that you are a truth speaker, or you're just someone who speaks facts. You're someone who is wise. You know how to go about ways to seek creative inspiration, to gain a sense of like newfound vision for yourself. Because you seek wisdom and truth, that leads you to feel capable to take those actions, to take those daring decisions, because you're knowing where your strength comes from, which is spirit, and you can ground yourself enough to receive those downloads, those insights, and feel confident and rest assured in the actions that you do take, and not worrying about what if this, what if that, but this. There's a sense that like you're a nurturing presence that people recognize, you being someone they want on their side. People realize that, yeah, you are very connected to source, to the creator, and you're in turn that nurturing presence that people feel like is healing and comforting. People realize it also when you leave, when you move away, when you travel, when you chase your dreams and go after your ambitions. They feel like they could miss that nurturing presence or your guidance, your influence on like how you took control of the matter of like situations. People realize that you help them confront addictive behavior because you don't compromise your integrity. You don't compromise your integrity. You don't compromise your honesty. You don't allow bad patterns of behavior to have authority over your inner spirit. I feel like that liberates you in a way. And it inspires others, it helps them come to the realization that because she do it, or because he does it, or they do it, that I could too. And I feel like that's a comforting thought for people. The ways you go about living, like with these two being motion cards, I feel like by you moving about in ways that, okay, like you putting the right foot, you're putting your best foot in the right direction. By you doing that and remaining in integrity, it inspires others to do the same. They realize what they need to do. You could be very decisive. People realize that you're pretty firm in your decisions. People realize that you're just someone who observes, and they realize that you're gonna take action for yourself and for the greater good of all, to communicate knowledge and experience, wisdom and skill, instead of manipulating others and teaching destructive skills. You teach others constructive skills. You teach them how to be like a more better person with positive traits. Instead of smothering people or instilling guilt in them for being independent, you nurture people and give them their space. You are patient with them, and your love is unconditional. You release like your expectations of the matter of how things are gonna go. And you just overall have a sense of joy in how you live life. You like enjoy giving birth to life. People realize that you could be a mother, a good mother, or a good father, good parent in general. Yeah, something about your notch. People are realizing that there's more to you than meets the eye. Something about beauty and brains. Like they didn't think you was gonna be on shit. Let me get some clarifying cards and pull just a little bit of tarot. 3 of Cups, 8 of Swords, 7 of Swords, and 7 of Coins. I'm not gonna take that because that was kind of similar energy from pile number 1. I just saw the 5 of Swords. What have people been realizing about you? Clarifying. What have people been realizing about pile number 2? 2 of Wands. 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Similar energy from pile number 1. If you felt called to listen to pile number 1, you should listen to it. But I feel like you know how to put necessary things to an end and invest in things that's gonna lead to longer satisfaction, or just reap like, you put in the necessary effort in when things start out small, and like you don't know where the potential of this would be. People realize that you know what to continue putting effort in through your sheer act of trusting yourself, listening to your intuition, and people realize that Two of Coins, what people have been realizing about you is that you know how to see the positives in bad situations where it looks like things are bleak, and from what they can see, it doesn't seem like there's much to be going on for you. But within your own inner world, you're like content with yourself. There's a sense of moderation to you where you're not being messy or unorganized or not planning things through or overextending yourself or acting out in ways of where you're being too much in your masculine energy or too much in your divine, but you're in a balanced level head state of like, okay, I'm not thinking that like, okay, I can't be the one to initiate anything or go after something because I have to be receptive. But I'm also not thinking that I have to go do, strive in order to just feel like I can lead some kind of abundant life. But you know, like all your resources, like you're doing pretty well. People realizing that you are doing pretty well. And that stirs a lot of hope in people. Like, you inspire others to get their life together, be balanced within themselves. People realize that you are like letting go of things, letting things fall by the wayside, and that brings more blessings in because you're not repeating old tired out cycles of feeling overly stressed, like there's too many responsibilities weighing heavy on your shoulders, or feeling like betrayals from the past or any grievances of the past that led you to feel like a sense of like trust wasn't being honored, or you weren't being respected. You know how to let things fall by the wayside, and ground yourself in knowing that within divine timing, things will eventually be righted. That what your luck will turn around if you're just optimistic enough. What have people been realizing about you? Like, you've been cycling out like lessons, accepting things of the past so you can move on. And you're tamping down any lower nature desires, like any impulsive actions you want to take, or being possibly manipulative or cunning. Someone behaving in ways that are like sneaky or cunning or malicious is being contained this time, so you can have more fulfillment or more happiness, more blessings. People are realizing that you're like leaving them behind, taking control of the situation. And I feel like because of your close bond between spirit and like matters feel more fortunate with the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know why I took, like, it feels more appealing now. Like matters don't, like things don't seem so hard to you. Like people realize that you don't look to be going through a hard time like them. People are confused as to how you do it, but they realize it's because you know how to discern enough to make the right choices. Where have people been realizing? Seven of Cups, the Sun card, and Judgment. What have people been realizing about you? People realize that you have a lot of life to live. There's a lot to be happy about, or people are realizing you see the truth of what situations, what opportunities are no-brainers. You are really focused going towards your purpose or looking for purpose, going after your some kind of major opportunity. You're closing out an old cycle and moving on to something new, preparing for that. People are realizing that you're leaving them behind onto something more fulfilling, happier with the Sun card. People view you as having a lot of options, a lot of people vying for your attention. People could view you as attractive. You could have just overall nice body, nice figure, cool hairstyle, interesting like patterns or textures that you do wear or colors, but you're just a vibrant personality. And if people don't recognize like that there's more to you, I feel like now they realize the truth of the matter beyond any confusion of the doubt. Like if they had any doubts of you being successful or worthy at all, I feel like now it's pretty much cleared up. And if people have to face their judgment on how they treated you, they could be going through their own spiritual awakenings through knowing you. That's helping them see the truth of matters. Because you seek that truth yourself, and you confront your own bad patterns of behaviors, your own addictions. That could have been something about the attachment styles with smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. So it seemed like you went about your own way, and you have something to say because you've been going about life yourself. Like life goes on, and you've accumulated a great power of observation, of recognizing truth, of trusting your intuition, of overcoming obstacles with accepting things as they are and giving it to spirit, surrendering it. I feel like your close bond with spirit helps you be able to keep your head afloat day to day, so you can be able to live an organized, well-planned, thought-out life because you sought that guidance. So of course, you're gonna reap the rewards. Okay, I hope that resonate. I hope that resonate for you, pile number 2. Let me know by liking, sharing, or subscribing, and hitting the bell to know when I'll post again, which should be soon. Yeah. Bye.